In the midst of a torrential downpour, a delivery driver encounters an eerie hitchhiker that vanishes into thin air. Our tale begins on a night where the heavens seem to have opened up, pouring down relentless sheets of rain. The delivery driver, a man of noble intentions, spotted a lone figure on the side of the road, a hitchhiker shrouded in the onslaught of the storm. With an empathetic heart, the driver decided to offer this stranger a ride. As the vehicle's interior light flickered on, he caught a glimpse of the hitchhiker. A pallid face, eyes that held stories of 1,000 restless nights, and a smile that didn't quite reach those haunting eyes. The hitchhiker murmured his thanks, his voice barely audible over the drumming rain on the car's roof. As they journeyed on, the hitchhiker's behavior grew increasingly peculiar. His gaze seemed to drift to something unseen in the distance. His fingers tapped an erratic rhythm on the car door, and his hollow laughter echoed at the driver's attempts at small talk. An unease started to creep into the driver's mind, like a fog rolling in, obscuring all sense of normalcy. Then, without warning, the hitchhiker vanished. One moment he was there, his eerie laughter filling the cramped space of the car, and the next, he was gone. The passenger seat, now empty, bore no sign of his presence, not even the dampness from his rain-soaked clothes. The driver, gripped by a cold dread, could only stare at the vacant seat, his heart pounding like a drum against his ribcage. The driver was left alone, heart pounding in the pouring rain, with only the echo of the hitchhiker's laughter for company. It was a chilling encounter, a phantom hitchhiker on a stormy night, a tale that remains etched in the annals of rain-soaked horror stories. The laughter still haunts the driver, a chilling reminder of that eerie night, a phantom memory that lingers long after the rain has ceased. A routine delivery to an old mansion turns into a nightmare as a delivery worker experiences unexplainable phenomena. On a dark and stormy afternoon, a delivery worker found himself on an assignment that would chill him to his core. His destination was an old, dilapidated mansion, nestled among towering, gnarled trees and veiled in an eerie silence. As he approached the mansion, the rain intensified, beating against the cobblestones like a relentless drum. His task was simple: deliver a package to the mansion. But as he stepped inside, he was greeted by an icy chill and a sense of foreboding that made his skin crawl. The mansion was seemingly deserted, yet he could hear the faint echo of whispers and the soft creaking of unseen footsteps in the distance. As he ventured deeper into the mansion, the spectral whispers grew louder, and the unseen footsteps followed him like a shadow. Suddenly, a ghostly apparition appeared before him, a figure dressed in old-fashioned garments, its face a blur. The worker froze, his breath hitching in his throat as the apparition floated past him, disappearing into the gloom of the mansion. The storm outside mirrored the chaos within the mansion. Thunder crashed, lightning split the sky, and the rain lashed against the mansion's ancient windows. The spectral whispers became frantic, the unseen footsteps quickened, and ghostly apparitions seemed to dart in and out of the shadows. The delivery worker, gripped by terror, decided to abandon his mission. He dropped the package and made a beeline for the exit. As he fled, he could hear the ghostly whispers and unseen footsteps following him, growing more frantic with each passing second. He burst out of the mansion into the rain-soaked night, the mansion's spectral inhabitants left behind. He jumped into his vehicle, his heart pounding in his chest, and drove away from the haunted mansion as fast as he could. As the storm raged on, the worker fled the haunted mansion, leaving behind a package and a house full of phantoms. A delivery worker finds himself stalked by a dark figure that emerges only with the rainfall. This is the tale of a man, a courier by profession, who was haunted by a shadowy presence that seemed to materialize exclusively during the rain. It all began on a stormy afternoon, the kind where the rain pours down in sheets, obscuring everything in a veil of gray. As he navigated the slick streets, he noticed a figure in his peripheral vision. It was a shadow, a silhouette that seemed to sway with the rhythm of the rain. At first he dismissed it as a trick of the light, a figment of his rain-soaked imagination. But as the rain persisted, so did the figure. It trailed him, a phantom stalker that was always one step behind, a dark mirage that mirrored his every move. He tried to shake it off, to lose it in the labyrinth of the city streets. But the shadow was relentless. It clung to him, an unyielding specter in the rain, matching his pace, looming in his rearview mirror. The harder the rain fell, the more vivid the figure became, its form flickering on the rain-soaked pavements, its shadowy presence a constant reminder of its pursuit. The figure was faceless, a mere silhouette against the backdrop of the rain. Yet, it exuded an aura of menace, a chill that seemed to seep into his bones, a fear that the rain seemed to amplify. For hours, the figure stalked him, a relentless pursuer in the rain. The courier felt its gaze, a weight that bore into him, a dread that clung to him long after the rain had ceased. As the rain finally ceased, so did the figure's pursuit, leaving the worker to question if it was merely a figment of his rain-drenched imagination. Was it a phantom born of the rain, or a manifestation of his deepest fears? The answer remains a mystery, a chilling tale of a shadow in the rain. A late-night delivery during a storm leads to a chilling encounter with voices carried by the wind. Our tale takes us to a night of tempestuous weather, where our delivery worker, let's call him John, was tasked with delivering a package to an isolated farmhouse on the outskirts of town. As he drove down the unfamiliar, winding country road, the rainfall intensified, turning the road into a dark and slippery serpent. Suddenly, a gust of wind carried an eerie whisper through the howling storm. It was a soft, indiscernible murmur, like a chorus of voices hidden in the wind. John dismissed it as the storm playing tricks on his mind, but the whispering persisted, growing louder with each gust of wind. As he continued his drive, the whispers became clearer, forming chilling messages. "Turn back," they whispered. "Leave while you can." The voices were filled with an urgency that sent a shiver down John's spine. He felt his heart pound in his chest, his grip on the steering wheel tighten. But he was a man of duty, and the package needed to be delivered. Upon reaching the farmhouse, the whispers grew frantic, almost desperate. "Don't go in," they warned, their voice a chilling echo in the storm. Yet John, driven by responsibility and a growing curiosity, ventured into the farmhouse. The whispering voices followed him, their warnings echoing in his ears. John searched for the source of these voices, but found no one. The farmhouse was deserted, save for the relentless rain beating against the windows and the chilling whispers in the wind. The voices grew silent as he left the farmhouse, their warnings fading into the stormy night. The voices faded with the dying storm, leaving the worker alone in the silent night, haunted by the whispers he couldn't explain. Rainy nights and delivery routes, a combination that seems innocuous, has given birth to tales of horror and mystery. As we draw the curtains on these chilling accounts, let's revisit the terror that unfolded. In our first tale, The Phantom Hitchhiker, we were introduced to an eerily persistent figure who emerges only on stormy nights, hitching a ride in the lonely darkness. A simple gesture of goodwill turned into a spine-chilling encounter that left our delivery worker with a story to recount, a story where the rain seemed to dance with the phantom. Next, we ventured into the haunted house delivery, where an ordinary home transformed into a house of horrors under the relentless downpour. The rain, it seemed, awakened the dormant spirits, turning a routine delivery into a terrifying ordeal that our brave worker barely escaped. The echoes of that haunted mansion still linger, amplified by the drumming of the rain on rooftops. Our journey continued with The Shadow in the Rain, a tale of an ominous silhouette that lurked in the storm, a mere shadow that cast a terror far greater than its form. Our delivery worker, tasked with navigating the rain-drenched streets, became an unwilling participant in a ghostly game of hide-and-seek, where the rain served as a cloak for the lurking menace. Finally, we experienced the whispering winds, where the storm itself seemed to carry voices from beyond. Our delivery worker, enveloped by the howling winds and torrential rain, found themselves caught in a symphony of whispers, a chilling chorus that swirled with every gust and drop. Each of these tales, while unique in their terror, share common threads. The rain, seemingly innocent, played a sinister role, intensifying the horror and mystery that unfolded on these delivery routes. More so, these are not merely stories. They are experiences, lived and breathed by those who walk the line between the ordinary and the inexplicable daily. These accounts remain largely unexplained, leaving their mark on the individuals involved. The workers, forever changed, carry with them not just packages, but also these haunting memories. Memories that come alive with every fall of rain, every flash of lightning, and every roll of thunder. As we conclude, let us remember that these tales are not just stories to send a shiver down your spine. They are reminders of the unknown that lurks in the shadows, the inexplicable that exists in the everyday, and the mystery that intensifies with the rain. They serve as a testament to the courage of these delivery workers who, come rain or shine, persist in their duty, often crossing paths with the unknown. As the last raindrop falls and the final package is delivered, one can only wonder what horrors the next storm might bring.